You're now tuned into STWF-TV, The Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective. Where we talk hockey.
Feed Byfield around one man in on goal. Scores! What a goal! Quentin Byfield! And that gets Jim Fox out of his seat here at Crypto.com Arena.
Basketball.
To take matters into his own hands, Van Horn. Now you got to get this in from Thursday.
Football.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
Wilson's gonna lob one, and somehow, some way, Paul Richardson comes up with the ball.
Cuts upfield. Hurdles over a couple of people.
Oh my goodness, did you see that? He hit Steve Brown with what looked like a karate kick.
Baseball and more.
Well, there goes again. Pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second base is high. They're going to say that Rojas got in the way. It doesn't matter. Sosa tagged him out anyway. That was an amazing catch and tag by Sosa.
In the air along the line in right. Long way to go for Jake Bauer. Brown, and he's got it. And he's up and over.
The Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
What's up, everybody? What's up, brother Two? How you doing today, man?
What's going on with you, man? Coach in the building is up there.
Yes, sir. Good to be back amongst my peoples, man. You know how we like to do it around here, bro. We like to bring them friends up in this bad boy.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, man. 2 days to the weekend, man.
I see brother Will backstage getting his groove on, showing that rhythm, showing the soul side of himself.
Tell him.
Wow.
You heard?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
You heard?
Man,
What up, y'all?
My man was 2-1.
What's good, Took? What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all, fellas?
Yeah, same old, you know.
Yeah, man. It's hump day, man.
Higgity,
Almost weekend
hump
time
day.
again. I think. And then, like, is there any college games this weekend?
No, I think college football, kicks
the
off.
next weekend.
I think the weekend, next week, yeah.
Okay. Huh. I can feel it, man. It's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, we so close, man. I can't wait.
Yep, next Saturday, August. Well, no, 2 Saturdays from now, August 24th.
August 24th. That ESPN
Hold
game.
on, let me see. Hold on. Actually, let me go through. Trying to see because obviously there's different conferences and whatnot. Yeah. So I think the 24th everything gets started. Not seeing anything, no other dates.
Yeah. You're right. 24th Saturday. It's we got what was that?
Also,
we got Florida State against Georgia Tech in Dublin, Ireland, on ESPN.
A lot of running.
McNeese at Tarleton State.
McNeese State.
Is that Bobby School?
Yes, I believe it is.
Montana State against New Mexico. North Alabama, the Division II powerhouse, against Southeast Missouri State, Division II as well. Oh, they got an ESPN. You get the two Division II teams playing to get each other as in prime time on ESPN.
That's fine.
Times have changed.
Times have changed. Definitely.
Florida A&M against Norfolk State on ABC. SMU at Nevada on CBS, and Delaware at Hawaii on Spectrum Sports pay-per-view.
By that time, everybody be asleep.
So that made me. So that little.
Yeah, that bitch at midnight.
Your comment actually made me think of something.
What's that, brother?
So with what we talked about, I believe last week, the streaming platforms getting far more into these deals with football games, whether it's NFL or sometimes I don't know. Have they have any deals with college games yet on Hulu or stuff like that? Because I was wondering that might be something they should really look into. Obviously, there will still be limited spots but snatch up some of the mid-major or snatch up some of those. They're still Division 1A, but like they're not on TV all the time. Like go grab some of those, but they might have a big fan base.
Well, actually, you spoke on streaming platforms in college football. Did
I do it again?
There's a bunch of streaming platforms that hold games. Now the question is, what games are they holding? But I know just like for instance, like it not necessarily Tubi, but like a Fubio. The other day they might hold some games that maybe something you want to watch.
Some lesser games, like I got plenty of TVs that'll show me Florida,
Sling TV, of course,
Texas, and all the SEC games. But
yeah, you got some streaming platform without and then you have obviously without your cable, Sling. I mean, obviously we know ESPN Plus is like the cream of the crop when it comes to college sports. But
I like Sling. I heard good things about Sling.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah, I've heard some good things about Sling. Never heard nothing negative. I've just never jumped into it.
Right.
Maybe it's the time to go. Well, what was this? So that would be $40 to $55 a month. In college football channels, you'll get ESPN, the package, basically FS1 plus more. No free trial.
No free trial. Damn.
Last thing.
They was like, yo, buy that shit or don't, bro. Like,
yes, like this is football. We know what it's all about. We don't gotta get explained to it in the trial. Like you already know.
Ooh, Xfinity.
Big 12, their contract ends this year with ESPN and Fox FS1, but then it starts back up again next year and runs through 2030. Big 10's got Fox, CBS, NBC, and the Big 10 Network. SEC, their ESPN deal, they're exclusively ESPN. The CBS deal expired last year.
I already figured that, and I figured ESPN was definitely going to pick that up off the jump street.
Yeah, it's good until 2033-34 season. ACC has got ESPN. It doesn't expire until 2036.
I think
how many?
Honestly, there's a few games on the low. The CW actually holds some ACC games as well. So if anybody's interested in ACC football.
How long before a team decides? I know plenty of my fans of my particular fan base watch this particular streaming platform. I'm gonna do what Notre Dame does, and I'm gonna emancipate and just be my own thing. You think it's gonna happen?
It potentially could, and I'm not just saying it because it's my favorite team, but I see UT possibly doing something. Because I think going into the SEC, it gives them instant credibility from a national standpoint.
To go off and do so just to use it as a stepping stone. Go ahead and play if you want to and try to use it as a stepping stone.
Because you remember off that Vince Young run,
yeah,
they got that deal with exclusively for ESPN, and then all the other teams whined about it. And
that's
eventually they brought them back into the fold.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I was thinking, even involving Texas. Like, I thought they were going to do that before going into this SEC deal. I thought y'all didn't keep you didn't keep the momentum from the Vince Young thing. Obviously, it's so long ago. Like,
if I'm not mistaken, I think that was a condition too.
See, that's what I thought that's what y'all was going to do.
I thought y'all wasn't that deal like it's like I mentioned. I remember something about that deal being like someone on ice and then like it was taken off. Because I heard that Texas is supposed to have its Ben TV network for a grip.
Right, because when we were younger, I remember a situation where they were talking about that Notre Dame already does this, and that another team that they thought might be next up to do that type of thing was Texas.
Right.
And then they had the Vince Young run and the Colt McCoy run, and I thought like, all right, they got some steam, so I figured, but they must have still been in that contract, obviously. And by the time they got out of it, they weren't Colt McCoy and Vince Young good anymore, so it was tougher to make that move. Fascinating. I just thought it was interesting. Thought that came to mind.
That was very interesting. I thought they already had one, but listen here.
So they actually This is an article I just found from July the 1st. The Longhorn Network officially relaunches as a free streaming service.
Huh. Oh, so they're not even, I don't even know why I didn't think I jumped the shark. There was a step. It was an extra step. They cut out the middleman. They was like, we have our own, we can just do our own network. Oh, yeah.
So that says though the 24/7 cable television network has been shut down with the switch to the SEC network, the LHN will be relaunched as a streaming channel that will continue offering the content found in the cable network. And what is likely going to be the fans' favorite change, the new platform will be free.
Fascinating. Also, have we covered the fact that season ticket or Sunday ticket is getting sued?
Yeah, did you see that? They reneged that big, was it like a $4 billion deal that went in their favor?
Right. So what happened was, and this is all because the judge is basically a dickhead. This judge basically waited, and if he had said it beforehand, they could have, all right, well, then we'll find better and more credible witnesses to put on the stand. But he basically said, yeah, that's their testimonies are going to be good. Bam, bam, bam. Then they got to making the verdict, and he was like, oh, you have to strike all those witness testimonies because like one wasn't credible, and then he just canceled the whole lot. And now they don't have, and like there was other ways they could have proved the point, because even that same exact judge even said, he was like, it's not even a question that there was wrongdoing here and that you're gonna win this case. It's all about how much. So they have to determine how much money this lawsuit is gonna garner, like how much do the people deserve based on the money they paid and everything. And it takes a lot. It's a lot of different things that they got to go through. And they finally go through it, and they have the people talk about it, and then they strike their whole testimony from it. So basically, they screwed them. I don't know what's going to happen now, but the people got played as usual.
Screw DirecTV, dog. Screw DirecTV. I'm sure anybody that has to really use it, but screw DirecTV.
Yeah,
I've been saying that since day one, since I've seen it. Like, oh my God, I need DirecTV to watch the football game. Man, listen here.
Man, DirecTV got a bad taste in my mouth. Back when DirecTV launched back in like, what, 95, 96, something like that? I was a young lad with a head full of hair, had 3 roommates, and we had some homies down the street. And I had my 3 roommates. I was a Cowboy fan, we had an Oilers fan, and we had a Redskin fan who lived on the roof. And our boys, San Fran, Giants, I forgot the other guy was. Long story short, I purchased the satellite back then.
Oh.
Damn. Yeah, we'll chip in with you for the Sunday.
Nobody paid.
Y'all know who you are, dirty fuckers.
Every day a sucker's board. They always get us. Somebody get played. Oh, that's the worst. No one pitching nothing.
Not a dime. I paid for it I paid for it all myself. And you know, some of them had the nerve to ask me the next season if I was gonna get it.
Oh yeah, y'all motherfuckers crazy. That's like not paying. That's not
out my face.
That's like not paying your fantasy football dues. Your fantasy football dues, and then wanting to be in the league again next year. What's wrong?
It's not like paying your tab at dinner. Because guess what? Me being a nice guy they were still down there watching the game with me.
Oh boy.
That's crazy. When I was a nice guy. I'm an asshole now. But Will, that judge that you was talking about, that pulled the shenanigans, you know what he did?
What'd he do?
He retired.
Yeah, of course he's an asshole. That's a piece of shit.
After he said what he said?
Yeah, he retired.
He basically put the kibosh on him. And look, they can still probably through a lot more court dates and years, about 2 more years. They think the case is going to get pushed out now. They'll figure it out, but he basically set him back 2 years and then fucked off.
He retired in 2 months.
He's an asshole, bro.
Not enough time for that case to come back to him.
Oh, no, he will never. Nah, it's not going to be him. He'll be on a beat. He might be dead by the time they fucking figure that shit out. Like, that's just crazy, man.
Listen here. early reports out of Indianapolis. Josh Downs leaves Wednesday's practice with an ankle injury. Supposed to probably come in as the number 2 guy, slot receiver. Great impact, when it comes to that team, man. Hopefully, it's not a long linger, but let's see that. That's pretty interesting.
Holy shit. DK Metcalf swings. We're getting it live for you folks. DK Metcalf swings helmet at teammate's head as at least 5 fights break out in Chippy Seahawks practice, which leads me to my next freestyle story. You guys said freestyle, and little did you know I was prepared for that shit. They are fining people for fights in practices now. I hope it's only joint practices. I think it's really stupid for the league to fine a team for in-team fighting. Let them sort it out at home. But yeah, if you're fighting in practice now, it's gonna hit your wallet, not just your teammate.
Well, I got your answer for you, man.
Oh,
they are finding players,
even on your own,
within their team facility.
That's gross. No, because now you're not letting me and my brothers work this shit out. Like me and Toop, we argue, we work it out. Yeah, that's how it goes. Like if we was in person, I'm sure we'd fight sometimes and we work it out.
Well, no. Let me backtrack that. Maybe not. Maybe in this generation, maybe they'll start doing it. Metcalf hasn't been
What up, Wizzo?
He hasn't been signed yet. I mean,
I hope not. I hope not.
But yeah, definitely hope not. The joint practices, maybe, you know what I'm saying, because it's joint. And honestly, it's kind of crazy that they do those joints, then those teams play the same week. Like that's a lot of
it's like a recipe for let's fight. It's really not. You taking a bunch of testosterone, like filled human beings in the springtime of their youth, and you're sitting them in the sun, smashing them against each other with helmets on, and you expect it to not end up in fisticuffs. That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. He hit teammate Kavon Wallace on the top of his head in training camp on Wednesday. You said there was a skirmish between Seahawks teammates as well. Next drill, linebacker Tyrell Dawson and tight end Pharrell Brown shoved each other and got tangled up during a goal line drill. Brown seemed upset that Dawson hit running back Ken Walker III after the play was finished. The very next snap led to Metcalf in the Brown fight. So the Seahawks are over here trying to find some type of identity, I feel, because Pete Carroll's not there no more. So they got to find a true identity now, maybe a new identity with the new head coach and everything else. They're trying to get back to the Legion of Boom, but they're booming their own team.
Hold up, it's live. They're live and shit is going down in the background. Yo, imagine we doing a show and just motherfuckers behind us just going to war.
Skirmish out here.
Oh, the helmet. Yeah.
I seen it. Miles Garrett. Where's the uproar? Where's the uproar? My Miles Garrett, dog.
Hold on. Crazy, man.
Yo, bro, all the way to the left doesn't really budge. My man in the middle could not help but rubberneck.
He's a former player, right? What's his name?
Yep.
Yo, look. My man did not break character. He's like, look, shit's going down. I'm still doing my job. Yeah, now he looks.
He's like the guy, the Dave Chappelle racial draft when everybody got robbed.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Well, man. Man. Training camp's heating up. It's getting crazy. The NFL preseason. This is week 2, correct? Or is this week 1?
Nah, it's still week 1.
Okay.
How's it week 2?
Yeah, it's week 1 because last week was 0 week.
Hall of Fame is 0. Yeah. Because it's not really we didn't see any. I don't think we saw anybody play whose names we knew.
So pre week 1 kicks off tomorrow night. 7:00. You have the Carolina Panthers versus the New England Patriots. We have no idea what the Patriots are doing with their starter. I don't think maybe May plays tomorrow. Maybe he doesn't. Haven't heard any reports, but it'll be good to see him play a little bit. Will says that they shouldn't play Bryce Young. Bryce Young most likely will not play tomorrow.
Hell no.
For the Carolina Panthers.
Why? You're already gonna feed that man to the wolves for 17 games this season if he survives. Why would you add any more to that? I don't understand.
And then you have Detroit playing the Giants.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night as well. Friday, 3 games: Atlanta, Miami, Houston, Pittsburgh, Philly versus Baltimore. And then Saturday, you get your dose of preseason football from 12 to 8, man. Bunch of games. Washington Jets, another notable. I mean, there's no notables. Everybody's in the preseason. Chicago, Buffalo, Vegas, Minnesota, Green Bay, Browns, Tampa, Bengals, 49ers, Tennessee, KC versus Jacksonville, Seattle fighting Seahawks versus the Chargers of LA, New Orleans versus Arizona to wrap the night up. And then Sunday, the 11th, Denver versus Indy at 1 o'clock, and Dallas versus the Rams at 4:30.
Oh, so they're doing a soft. So they're doing a soft Sunday. Everything's happening really like Saturday and shit, right?
That's how they usually do it. I think during the preseason. Saturdays is usually the heavy
also,
volume.
In the playoffs, they'll do some Saturdays. Notable gotta watch out for. So we know they went out and signed a bunch of guys, and he might not get on the field this year because of it. But the Bears, Colin Johnson was doing some things in that game, the Hall of Fame game. Pretty much did all the things. He was scoring. I think he scored twice. But he's a big motherfucker, 6'6", 220. Plays receiver.
Was he like the third or fourth receiver on that team?
Fourth. Maybe, if that. Because think about it. They do have the 3 men. They got Moore, Keenan Allen, and Odunze. That's 1, 2, 3. And then I don't even know if he's the 4th. He might be 5th. But he might move up the way he was playing in preseason in the Hall of Fame game. So he was getting busy.
You got some guys there. And Will, I'm back to you, man. That first topic you swung with DK Metcalf is definitely getting some buzz right now.
Yeah.
They all finding teams for joint practices. The Lions and the Giants were both found 200,000 for the Bronx.
Yeah. The joint we definitely know. I want to know if they're gonna find when you fight in house. If it's just y'all, like our team fights our team, that's our problem. But I understand you can't be fighting other teams. That makes sense.
I didn't know he was a Longhorn.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a Longhorn. How'd you not know about that, man? That
was in them lean years.
He stuck by you, huh?
Them lean years. That was the Charlie Strong years.
Oh, Lane Kiffin. Wait, you said Lane like Lane Kiffin?
No, Charlie Strong.
Oh,
no,
Strong.
The lane years.
Oh, okay, yeah. I like Lane. I thought Lane was Tennessee, and then
Still starting tomorrow night.
Where is Lane Kiffin right now? He's still Ole Miss?
Yes.
Kevin
no shit, they ain't fired him yet. Oh, okay. It's just the way he be. I always expect him to be on the verge of being fired because he's wild.
He's very unpredictable.
Yeah, but also like in a good way too. Sometimes that's why he ends up staying around sometimes. But you just don't know who you're dealing with every day.
Did he live off his dad's name?
No, because I actually think he can coach. I think he got the job and he got the opportunities because his name's Kiffin. I think he keeps getting opportunities because his name's Lane. He does Lane things. I think he goes in there. I think for better or for worse, he's gonna change the culture of your team.
Yes, he changed definitely.
Go to bad.
Supposed to change it.
It's usually good, but then he usually does some shit that he has to go. Even though he did go with the team, he usually has to go. And I don't know that he wins championships.
He attracts. To me, you know who he is, and he's not this guy. This guy has prestige. And I go to another sport. To me, he's a Rick Pitino.
I can see it.
Like he, no matter where, he can still attract. Like he can attract. So, like you said, the better the school, the team, he can get some guys to go there. He may not be the top of the top anymore. But he's a no name, and he's never been through no crazy scandals or anything. I don't think, like Zeno. But I feel like in the sense of like he keeps getting jobs. Yep. You're like Lane Kiffin hired again, up, down, all around. He's hired again. Hold on, this man Patino at St. John's. Like what?
Like they just never stop coaching, and they'll never stop having opportunities.
And that man, hold on, is he? I mean, he's older. He's a little older than us. Will
he's 49.
Oh shit! Oh damn, he's going.
He's still young though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's still like in mode of the coaching is still young.
Like so, it's like he's 49 with almost 20 years of coaching behind him already. Yep. Or so.
He started in '97 at Fresno State.
Oh, so over 20 years.
Hold on, my man. Hold on, my man. Guess who was there with? Guess who was there with? Picture Lane Kiffin and Chris Herring going.
Was Herring at Fresno then? That's funny.
Yep.
I bet you they did coke together. I bet you they did coke together.
Hey, yo. Hey.
Popping pills together. Oh no, actually, Herring wasn't even coked. He might have been coked up too, but he had a pill problem. Shout out to Chris Herring, though.
Hell of a ball player.
Turned his life around. Yeah, he was fucking
hell of a person too now, man.
he was running out the fucking lot out of the garden to do perk 30s and then go back to the fucking game. That dude was tripping. He was in his uniform, like on the corner.
Y'all gonna see Justin Fields tomorrow?
Hey, I plan on it. I'm pulling for the young man.
So that also to add to the freestyling, the Ayuk news for the day.
Ooh,
you heard about all this? It was hot stove in the day. It was a whole lot of nothing in the end, but it apparently
some T's and dotting I's at this point, right?
Apparently we're out of it as Patriots. We're done. No chance. He doesn't want to play here, and that made sense. That's why when people are like, yo, we should always get this guy or that guy. And I'm like, why would this guy or that guy want to come to play with Drake May for who knows how long? So, yeah. But looks like the Steelers are the front runners for Ayuk.
Yeah, I think
which is weird, though. It's weird because they wanted a receiver back. And who can they send? It ain't going to be fucking – there's no point. Yeah, it won't be Pickens, so.
Definitely won't be him.
You're right. So
you gonna get Van Jefferson?
They're like, you know what? We'll pay you more to keep Van. Like
that makes no sense. Them asking for another receiver back. I mean, I know Ayuk. Obviously, the reason why he's moving is he wants to narrow.
I assume it's for the depth.
Force Ayuk's hand. See if Ayuk holds out. I will keep him about the 49ers. If you want a receiver back, why?
Yeah.
Why go do that?
Also, like any young team has no reason to spend money on a wide out because why? You wait for that. So wide out low key should be the last position you fill on a team,
especially when you don't know the status of your quarterback.
That part, all of that,
long term.
Which is why when everybody wanted us to draft Marvin, I was like, why?
Right.
For what?
Yeah, you definitely can. So
and with all the shit that he went through before he ever played a game, yes, glad we didn't do that.
I only had a vision of Ayuk being in the Patriots jersey because I just feel like
just because we need it.
That jersey would have sold. Yeah, it needed. Yeah, that jersey would have sold hell in New England, man. Ayuk in New England, those jerseys would have been through the roof. You know what I'm saying? But Drake May will get that, man. That's crazy. Pittsburgh's probably gonna nail it. And they're just waiting on exactly who they're going to bring over there. Ayuk will be a stealer. Ayuk will be a stealer in the next week.
Yep.
You pour in the can.
Because I'm thinking the compensation, it's going to be obviously be some compensation because he's a number one by default, in my opinion. But it won't be like something astronomical because, yeah, we're going to trade you some good draft capital. Speaking of the Steelers, but then I got to turn around and sign this guy long term.
Right. And that's always the case when a guy in a contract year wants out. That's how you always got to realize whoever's trading for you also has to sign you. It's a lot of assets they're giving up.
Yep.
So either this is one or two things. So
either second round picking a fourth.
So either Russ is on the decline as we see, and then Russ becomes the guy. He may not be the guy at the end of the season, but he becomes the guy at Pittsburgh Steelers for the next couple of seasons. Or Justin Fields, who we're going to see play tomorrow, has that spot. And honestly, with the way he's declined, you can just give him a paycheck on the table. You don't got to give him a lot. Or Pittsburgh's just going to stink this year, and then they're going to be shopping for a young QB. So it's not bad signing Ayuk if you really want to do it. Because you can probably have somebody young or declining guy coming in where you don't have to pay all that.
I think Steelers go after Ayuk, and then I think they ride with Russ until he gets hurt. And I think Fields might have some fun with that unit. That's a couple good receivers right there. If you got
best unit he's seen since he's been in the league.
Oh, easily.
Let me ask you this. And this Jake and I was talking about this earlier.
And just barely than his college receivers.
Yeah. how this benefits Ayuk and Pickens? Because I think Pickens is still going to be your number one
easily,
but he's going to have a solid number two on the opposite side of him that they've got to account for, and so it's going to benefit him there.
Mm-hmm.
But on the Ayuk side, it's going to benefit him because he's going to be your number two, not having to go up against your number one cornerback on a regular basis.
Yeah. So
it's a good trade. Just the only question mark is the big question mark of who's throwing on the rock.
Yeah, and I think if we're being honest with ourselves, do we think Russ has fallen so far that he can't make it work?
No, I don't think he's fallen that
with
far.
Ayuk and
I was just talking about in terms of the cash flow.
Prior moves.
I was just talking about in terms of the cash flow.
Well, no, I wasn't even talking about you. I just feel like I think in a general sense, people are out on Russ. Like they're done.
Yeah.
So like we think that he's not that guy anymore. At best, he's just a starter, which may be true, but
let's be honest. I think it has more to not necessarily that he's not that guy. He may not have been as focused as he has been in the past. He's a little showtime right now.
Yeah, he's 1-2 stepping.
Literally 1-2 step.
He's making videos and making kids these days.
Well, what he needs to do is act like a boy.
And guess what? Russell, you're
so bad, but it's good, right?
Listen here, he's on the East Coast now too. So
away from future. Yes, good point.
Different. From the West Coast, not on the West Coast where you're behind already, and you was keeping your focus. Yeah. Then you went mid, and then you was losing your focus. Yeah, Russ, you might lose your focus on the East Coast, dog. I'm just letting you know.
He's also not. He's also not in no hippy dippy town no more.
Blue collar, lunch pail type of town.
These motherfuckers go to work every day.
They gonna throw bananas into
whatever shitty ass weather it is. Like that's not a place you want to play with, man.
I think Hollywood is there.
There's one thing that's funny. Like you know how like Bostonians, we always hate New Yorkers, and we don't really fuck with Philadelphians, but we respect them because they're a lot like us. It's a very similar town. We just have different levels of being the degenerate. That's all. But yeah, he's in Pennsylvania now. He's in Pittsburgh. It's a very different place than he's been playing before. And he's playing. So I think I really look forward to seeing how Russ, the brother we always say is like real light skin with it, how he deal with the brother at coach in the NFL.
The brother,
like bro them, like that's Unc, nigga, like that's. So I want to see how he deal with.
Oh, he's a Virginia kid. I didn't know that.
Who?
Russ.
I guess. I mean,
he's from Richmond.
Yeah.
Richmond.
He's born in Cincinnati, but
he's up north. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet he live up north of Virginia.
Yeah, he wasn't in the trenches.
No, I think it was pretty pale where he grew up.
Shout out to Russ, man. This man, he still got life left. But he got some pieces with him. He got some dogs. If he gets that other dog on the other side of Ayuk, man, then that's good. Those are good training wheels, man, for you to set long free on the bicycle.
Also, like you said, I think he still got something in the tank. And then you add the fact that Denver situation, that was a humbling experience for Russ.
From beginning to end.
It was not fun.
It was shaky. He was on shaky grounds when he walked through the building.
Remember the Denzel scene in the Titans. He was like, "You having fun now? Football fun? Yeah, it's not fun, is it? It's not fun anymore."
He was there for what, 2 years?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because he got the rookie head coach fired during the season, right?
we just finished our second year of Geno, right?
Yes.
Yep. Of the Geno redemption. So yeah, he's been there 2 years.
Yeah, because Geno balled out 2 years ago, and he was.
And then last year
last year
he wasn't Geno of the past. He was I last year.
He is who we thought he was.
He was dynamite 2 years ago. He was last year.
2 years ago, he looked like the Geno coming out of West Virginia.
He about to be the Geno.
And not just that, and then he had bars too. He was like, "I ain't pick up though." I mean, and all of America loved him. We was on board. We was choo-choo the Geno train.
Funny question now, since we're on Geno. You
Yeah.
probably know what I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
17 games this season, over under games Geno throws over 220.
The 220 again, yeah.
I'm going to put 2, maybe 3.
Over the 220 bar? So he has to play a bunch of these games, too. He could just not play because they got Sam Howell, who, if he chokes up, like
okay, we'll lean a flex over under on it real quick. I'll put a Band-Aid on it.
You giving me the flex? All right, if you give me a flex
on it, over 7.5.
Over 7.5.
Over 7.5.
You gotta go under. You gotta go under. You gotta go. Oh,
under 7.5
of games played. Period. Or the 220.
Or the 220. 220.
Oh, the 220 definitely under. No, definitely under.
Okay, so we're gonna play games too. So under 8 games for Geno next year.
That I'll take the over on for the 8 games. If you give me 8, I'll take over. But if you said 10, I might not have taken the over.
Hold on. Listen here, man. I'm gonna have to look up something real quick, man. Quarterbacks with the. I
also think secretly, a third year in the system, all those receivers have to be getting better, except for maybe Lockett.
New system, got new head coach.
Stop. Anybody ask for your facts?
And ain't the head coach from Baltimore?
Oh shit!
They finna run and rock.
Then he'll have a good year then, because on play action he can do that.
Yep. They're gonna put him in position not to lose the game.
Yeah. Okay, cool. DK never be salty though.
I got another guy for you guys, and I'm gonna put the 220 on him. Okay. Matter of fact, I put 230 on him because I think he deserves a little bit more respect. Though, he may not get as much respect anymore. Aaron Rodgers, who didn't play last year.
So we're doing yards.
Aaron Rodgers, over 8 games, 230 plus yards passing.
Oh, he'll get the over because he's gonna play. He's gonna get that team.
He got weapons.
They're everywhere. So I think he'll be fine. I was surprised they didn't make a call to San Fran. Maybe they did.
Oh yeah, with Salah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true too. I didn't even think of the Salah part. I just meant for Ayuk. Why not just add another receiver? Who's there right now? It's just on the Jets. I know they added somebody. I'm trying to remember who. Was it a rookie?
Who you talking about? The Jets receivers?
Yeah, Jets receivers.
Okay, so Jets receivers.
Also, Facebook.
Obviously, they got Ms. Williams. They got Malachi Corley.
I'm sorry. Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams,
Mike. That's Gibson. So Mike was the addition, which he'll play like 6 games
from the Chargers, right?
Yeah, but after a pretty big injury.
You know what? It's not as impressive as I thought they were.
Yeah, now that I say it, I realize. Because I'm like, yeah, they got weapons. And I was like, I couldn't name any of them. I was like, that's not good.
Listen, hold on. Can I get this?
But Garrett and Brees are going to get a lot of the rock. And also, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call about Ayuk.
Yeah, he would have, yeah.
Okay. All right. Ooh, I got this nice list right here. Guys that threw under 200 yards last year. I like this.
Per game?
230. 230 is the number. 230 is the number. You know why? Because Joe Burrow averaged last year 230.9 yards per game pass.
That's fair.
So
230 is a decent number. It's not great, but you're not a bum either.
Joe Flacco, despite the less games played, actually threw for 323.2 per game.
Yeah, he just came in flinging. That's Flacco, though. Flacco with over 300 and then like 110 the next game.
And then you had your guys who are like after him, kind of the guys that you're like, we seen last year, like they have offenses where they can throw the sling and rock and get 300 in certain types, like the Tuas, Goffs, Prescott's, Matthew Stafford's. Actually, Brock Purdy, though systematic, 268 yards passing every game.
They're everywhere.
And
they dump off to the backs all day.
Shout out to Geno, though, because, Will, you did win that bet last year. He threw for 241 a game. Yeah. So
just barely. Let's go.
Just barely,
but like to win by 21 yards a game, that's not even a lot, bro. That's so little. Like, he barely got over that shit.
Once upon a time,
like, man, if that was a fence and he was running from the cops, it would have got close. Like,
we right here.
That's equivalent to like just one broken play per game.
Yeah, basically
in their favor.
Mm-hmm. Busted coverage.
Who averaged more passing yards per game last year, Lamar Jackson or Derek Carr?
It's probably Carr.
Yeah, probably Carr.
Lamar by literally a point. Like literally a point.
1 yard, that's hilarious.
So Lamar threw 200, basically 20 and 30 per game, and Derek was at 229 point.
That does not help make the case for Derek Carr because
Lamar
is dual threat. Carr just throws.
Just throws, exactly. But we see where he is on the list, man. He
somewhere Dale needs a shower.
Yeah. Rattler by week 8.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Why not? Yeah, let's get that.
Probably gonna be gone by then.
Let's get a ticker with a clock on that. Count down the Rattler for the show. Just for when Dale's on.
He's getting uproar. He's getting uproar in training camp too. I mean, obviously, when the guy comes in and gets uproar, obviously it tells you that you don't want your QB no more. Even if the guy's not good. Even if Rattler ends up not good, they want his ass out of there.
Okay, so I got another over under. Where do I want to put the number at? All right, 10. 10 games started by Daniel Jones.
10 games started by Daniel Jones.
Over under.
You know how I feel about the neck injury, dog.
He looks fine, though. He's fighting. He's doing shit.
He's fighting. He's doing all the extra stuff, man. He's acting like Stone Cold. You know how Stone Cold came back from the broken neck. If he's like Stone Cold with the broken neck, then, hey, the Giants might make the playoffs again. But in this situation, I'm going to go under 10 games.
Also, I'm going to say something else that's going to make Dale super happy. Just based, and I wanted to say this before we actually saw any of them really play, but just based on how they're responding to their teams and how teams are responding to them, best receiver in his class is probably going to be Neighbors.
Yeah.
Neighbors is, he gives me wide receiver Ant Edwards vibes. Like, he's like that. He's one of those guys. Like, he's just different about how he's going to play this game. He's already fighting a bunch in camp.
Great show. Fighting Lions. Got Lions. Yeah. That's like, hold on.
He said he's fighting Lions.
Yo. Hold on. The best team in the NFC, they say the Detroit Lions. He's fighting against Lions defenders.
That Tiger. That Tiger's fighting Lions.
Hey, man. 5. Nah, man. If they get that in New York, man, Gotham City, all the way back.
Gotham's going to love that man.
But the question is Daniel Jones, Alfred, and Malik Neighbors Batman? Because I don't think Daniel Jones is going to be there much longer, man. But
yeah, they need him just to be Robin. Or like, yeah, Alfred, you're probably right. Just be Alfred. Just don't die.
Be Alfred, Daniel.
Just don't die. Like, just throw the ball, don't die.
Make the world regret the words that they said to you when they gave Saquon away.
You know I would love for him to just become a great quarterback and stay there so that our boy Mike, who joins the show, has to just live with it.
Very important.
He hates Daniel Jones so much.
To the core.
Worse than you hate Powell.
Really? That's
hard. Like, worse than you hate Powell and Hardaway, like, combined.
Damn. Epic. Y'all hold on. I don't know. Maybe there's some guys that I hate in the league personally, but I can't hate on people of teams that I root for. It's hard to do.
Oh, I can. It's easy. It's
easy. Also, so can Took, because I've seen it. Don't do that.
like, I hate him. No, I might hate him in a moment. I I am in a moment. But no.
You was a big Smush Parker fan, huh? Yeah. Huh?
Nah, I'm gonna be real with you. Smush didn't bother me. Because you know why Smush didn't bother me? Because on some of the nights where I needed him to come through, he came through.
He came through that one night. He came through that one night they played crazy defense. Remember that play he made, like when they was locking up?
I think that was Phoenix.
Yeah, it was Phoenix.
But yeah, man. I mean, I know my man 24, number 8. You know, he's a headache. I know that. You know what I'm saying? If I was Kobe's teammate, I would have bust Kobe up. Real talk. I thought
it was so grimy how like every time they asked him the question for the rest of his life, they would ask him like, "Who's the worst player you played with?" Most players don't answer the question. Almost all of them just like, "Nah, they all good, man." Every time he was like, "Smush Parker."
Exactly. Like you got your greats,
wild,
like MJ and LeBron. Like if you ask them who the worst player is, they probably won't answer that question. Like they're just sitting there like we all competed. Like we're all, you know what I'm saying? We all Kobe gonna tell you straight up, like, nah, man, it's always a weak link in this case.
Bro, suck.
Real, man. NFL chatter tonight, man, on this Parlay Perspective because we love it. NFL's back in effect. Hey, Lamar losing weight, man. That's what I'm hearing.
Why?
He says he was a bit slow last year. He said he was feeling fat and slower.
Oh.
Well, this year he's just gonna hand it back to
to the man who has all the weight. Yeah, he'll be fine. But also, like, you felt slow last year? Is that what happened, Lamar?
My man came to camp 2 weeks ago.
Did you also feel like you went further in the playoffs than you ever went? Did you also feel like you basically played better?
200 pounds came into training camp weighing as which is 30 pounds less than 2022 when he weighed 230, and last season he weighed 215.
So what's he weigh now?
200. Well, according to training camp on weight, 200.
That's a horrible idea.
He needs to be around 215 and 220.
Bare minimum.
You know what's crazy? You know what I think he's gonna do?
Die?
I think no. I think he's gonna try to bulk up. I think he's gonna try to bulk it up slowly but surely as the season goes. I don't think that's good to do. I don't think it's good to do, but I think that it will probably help him a little bit. If you're kind of trying to get into the system, I'm getting with him.
Man,
and like Will said, he's probably losing the weight because he feels like, oh snap, I can go hand the ball off to President Henry. You know, but I feel like some of that weight's gonna come back surely but surely during the season.
I just don't understand. The year that you weighed a little more, you played the whole year.
I'm gonna tell you, this is like Hulk Hogan going to the NWO. When you see him coming out that night, he looks slim as hell. You see Hulk looks slim because he thinks he got some dogs next to him now. Now he got D. Henry, now he got the dogs. So now he gonna go to training camp looking slim.
Yeah, he did. That's hilarious. But all of this, he tripping. He tripping. Eat a cheeseburger.
Here we go with the NWO making their way in.
I should mention. That's quick. Had that queued up.
I think we're gonna take our first break because this next story is one of our lead-off stories. But I want to make sure I get it queued up because I don't want to come off as a hater.
Too late.
But we're gonna take a quick break.
Pump. Who's go fast? Where the hoes at? Huh?
That's my brother.
Oh, what up, bro?
Brother in the building.
But yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in about 25 seconds.
Hose water. Whether you've been playing hard or working hard, when your thirst needs to be quenched, there's hose water. Found at any retailer where sports drinks are sold. Or connected to your faucet in the backyard if you don't want to pay $4 for it. Hose water. Get yours today.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
You see Bobby's post? Y'all see Bobby's post with the SEC records?
I see.
Oh yeah, I did. I like what I saw.
Yeah, 11-1 for your boys.
I don't know if it's gonna happen though, but he took that big hit.
Yeah, the only loss they gave you was Texas A&M at the end of the season. Like I don't know. You got Michigan and Georgia going to be tough.
You know, Michigan and Georgia going to be tough, but I can see them losing to A&M because they've got little brother complex so bad.
Yeah.
This is going to be their game of the century.
That's fair.
Because when the last time we played them, they took an L. Justin Tucker beat them.
They predict Bama to go 10-2 with the 2 losses being Georgia and Tennessee.
Okay.
They
had Tennessee going what, 10-2 as well?
They got Missouri.
Wait, what happened? Yo, what you brought? What did I even say? Where the hell was that? I don't even know what he's talking about.
What you mean by you people?
What do you mean, you people?
They got Missouri finishing 10-2, 6-2 in conference.
But we did look at their weak ass schedule ahead.
Yes, we did. And BC's not going to be a win. They're going to be 10-3.
They got my Gators going 5-7, bro.
Really?
Yeah. They got us losing to A&M. I don't buy it. They got us losing to Tennessee. That I can see happening. The rookies, the freshmen that I've been talking about for like 2 years is finally going to play. They got us losing to UK, I guess. Georgia. Texas makes sense. They got us beating LSU. They got us losing to Ole Miss and losing to Florida State.
No, they got 7 teams. 7 teams in the division over 10 wins. Y'all buying that?
Yeah, it's SEC. What you mean?
I'm going under.
Of course you are, hater.
I'm going under. I like the money. I like the money on the under.
Yeah, the money on the under is good.
It's probably by 1, though. Not by a whole lot. Obviously, a lot of these teams are going to probably have 8-9 wins, and they'll be fishing with 10. But I would say probably like 4 or 5 teams in this conference will have 10 wins.
They got Georgia's only loss being to y'all, Texas.
SEC talk, man. Anybody can find any predictions on conferences, man. That'd be dope too. Let's see if we can find some.
Yeah, they got LSU going 10-2 with the 2 losses being Bama and Florida. Why do they think we're gonna beat them? It is just a brawl whenever we face them, but I feel like we haven't been doing that great lately. Missouri, they got going 10-2. Only lost to Alabama and OU.
Oh my God! Hold on. Oh, this is OU
7-5.
You continue with the SEC, man. And I found the Big 12. I found a prediction on from a website that has predictions of the Big 12. So this is interesting here. I'll go notable teams at the bottom of the list. Notable Houston Cougars 2-10 prediction for the season. BYU 3-9, 2-7 in the Big 12. Number 11, Colorado. Overall prediction, 5-7 overall, 3-6 in the Big 12.
Who's 3-6?
Yes. Huh?
Who's going 3-6?
3-6 in the Big 12 Colorado.
That's not good for business.
No, not at all.
That's bad for the Sanders brand.
Look at here. This is the crazy thing right here. This website's probably biased, though. Obviously, probably is because it has them winning their first 3 out of 4 games, and then like they did last year, and then stumble all the way down, and then win 1 or 2 in between. So I'm thinking it's a little biased from this website, but I mean,
hose water. When I drop a stack, Benji's pretending that I care to hear the thoughts on accountability from somebody's daughter. Slid in the chat.
Yeah, wow. They got the Cyclones. I was 7-5 overall.
Bars.
To the nitty gritty. Who's gonna be the top teams according to this website here? West Virginia Mountaineers 8-4 overall in the Big 12 overall and 6-3 overall in division. UCF Knights. Prediction of 8-4 overall.
In the Big 12.
In the Big 12. The Kansas Jayhawks, straight decent year last year, 9-3 overall. This year, 6-3 overall in the Big 12.
Oh yeah,
that's a sleeper team right there.
Kansas is growing.
Kansas.
The basketball school's been creeping up.
Falling off. But they're coming up in basketball. I mean, football now.
They was giving OU and Texas fits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially Oklahoma. I've seen that game.
Your brother's right. Remember, gents, you're in the day and age of global gambling. Those standings are to cover the spread. Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh yeah, you know what so give me some picks, bro, because I need them. You know what you talk about.
Will, I want to ask you about y'all quarterback real fast.
Oh.
How you feeling about him?
Mertz?
Yeah.
I think he'd be a really great quarterback if he was like a sophomore right now with how good he is. But pretty sure he's
senior.
So
pretty sure it's senior.
So like he could surprise you. He could have a what was the kid who won twice with Georgia? What's his name? Stetson Bennett. He could have a Stetson Bennett moment, maybe. I don't know, but I don't think we have strong enough weapons. We have a nice freshman receiver coming in who's one of the better receivers in that class. But yeah, I just don't think we got enough around it. I feel like Mertz is a guy who could, like, if he came in on one of those schools like a Georgia or like a Bama that has talent everywhere, then yeah, he could probably win you some games or at least not lose you games, you know? But I don't know that he has enough talent around him. One of our best weapons is, someone said he was gone last year, but I thought he played with us last year. It was Etienne, Travis Etienne's little brother. He left. He went to Georgia.
That's right. He sure is.
So that was like our best weapon.
So I'm looking. Might be a little hard this year, but y'all have a stud
freshman, Lagway, DJ. Let's go.
Yeah, he knows who he is. My God.
Let's go.
He balled out. He's from Willis, Texas.
Let's get it. I saw that too. When I saw the player, I was like, "Oh, he's from Texas." Me and Coach were talking about this. Yeah.
Look at this man. Adam Schefter's watching the feed tonight. The black Adam Schefter, that is, and is reporting that will drink unsweetened lemonade next show if the show gets 200 likes on YouTube.
Yo, you know what's funny? First of all, they're trying to set me up as usual. Second of all, I got some lemonade from this organic spot near my job, and I got it back, and it said no sugar added. I'm like, all right, it won't be too bad. Like, no crazy sugar. I can add some ocean. They made it with stevia, whatever that shit. Oh, that shit is trash.
It's crazy, dog.
I will never again. You know how upset I was when I got back to my job with shit lemonade? I could have went back to the store's right there. No.
You know the crazy thing is, I had some organic lemonade today, and it was from Stop and Shop. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, because they don't make it with stevia. Stevia, however you say it.
Did you have the stank face, Will?
Bro, it was gross. I was like, ooh, brother,
Oh, man. Will had the stank face.
You already know. Couldn't do it. It was nasty.
So you were stuck up on your lemonade like that, huh?
Real bad. It's well documented. It's a problem. And I tell you too, I come to your house tell you your lemonade's whack.
This is the face Will gives you when he said that your lemonade's whack.
Yeah, exactly. And then I point.
Get the trash out of here.
That's Will telling you. That's Will telling you need more lemons in your lemonade.
Yeah, 100%. Or real sugar.
He's passing you the squeezer.
Why even use stevia? It's not better for you.
No.
So what are they doing?
I would just drink lemon water.
Lemon water. Thank you. Let me handle the sugar.
That's the thing. That's it right there. Like, lemonade is lemonade. Like, you can't make that like non-sweetened. You can't do that type of thing. Like, it has to be lemonade.
It's gotta be the bad stuff to taste good to you.
Right.
I don't think people understand. Lemonade, it sells itself. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's not broke.
Will, would you tell a little girl if she had a lemonade stand, a little boy, and they had
I don't
lemonade,
talk to
and
little
it was
girls and
nasty,
little boys.
tell
You
them
know what's funny?
to their parents that was nasty.
Everything y'all saying, no, actually, I can give you real life. There's a little girl near my job who sells lemonade. She sells it outside of her
Have you
mother.
given her feedback, Will?
Huh?
Have you given her feedback?
No. I overpay for her terrible lemonade every day.
I hope she doesn't see this.
Why you ain't tell her that you overpay for a terrible lemonade every day?
Because she's hustling, and I fucking respect the grind.
Man, listen here. I gotta tell her you need to tell her next time you need a 2 for this price because I'm gonna overpay.
No, I do one day want to walk up and hand her a bottle of real lemonade and just walk away. See what happens.
That's even worse.
That's
even worse than not telling her the truth.
That's mental, right? Like it's
nuts. That's mental. Absolutely.
When you hand her the bottle and walk away, the message will be duly understood at them.
Or like she'll be terrified. I don't know. But I don't plan on.
Here you go, kids.
Tell her this is your lemonade that you made. This is my lemonade.
I mean,
taste it.
So you how life is on this side. You know what I mean, get the real lemonade. But no, she does a good job. I don't know. Her mother works at the hairdressing spot, I think, right there that I used to go to, but it's no longer my amazing Jamaican woman who does my hair there anymore. It's a lot paler in there now. So but yeah,
they sell bagels.
Raisin bagels.
Raisin bagels.
They give you those damn, man.
The locks.
They give you the locks.
The
Not
locks.
The dread, the locks.
The locks on your bagel. But yeah, you know, I always I tip her, give it extra, tell her to keep the change. And you gotta take care of you. She's hustling. Now I'm gonna find out that she's just selling it for her mother. I'm gonna be pissed and flip that table one day. But for now,
if you don't see her with no new shoes in the next 3 weeks, well, it's for her mom.
Yeah. I asked her one day, I was like, what are you raising money for? She said, myself. I was like, yo, tap that up. That's
hold on.
That was gangster right there.
You don't come in here like that. We've having a live show, and you come in here with that, Chris. Go out the room, come back in and read. That's not it.
He did that black parent. I love it. That's a black parent right there. He said, yo, I'm gonna need you to go back out that room and come back in here correctly. Like you know how to live here. Like
you better know, Chris. We don't name you as that. We call you Chris Vick. What's going on, Chris? How you doing today?
Check it out, Chris. What up, Chris?
He came here and poured salt in the lemonade.
Yeah, what you do? Yeah.
My man had whole grain salt.
Lemonade.
Kosher salt.
Kosher salt. them the big rocks.
Coach, man, you had a story, man. We taking you all around the world plus 90.
Yeah.
We apologize, man.
What was your story?
So we kind of hinted around about this a little bit on Monday night. All is not well in the city of brotherly love. There's a chink in the armor between the head coach and his starting quarterback.
Oh yeah, this is. Wait. Oh yeah. Oh, he's gone. We already said he was one of the hot seat guys, and this just stamped it. He's done. He won't make it. So now, that's another over under for you.
Oh, you talking about the coach? I'm saying Sirianni?
Yeah.
Ooh,
under. Over under 8 games.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. If Dak doesn't get signed, if CD doesn't get signed, they are just playing on 1-year contracts. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the Washington Commanders will win the division.
Yeah, that limb is gonna break what you want it, but it's damn. Yeah,
Philly, in my opinion, Philly's in a bad way right now.
It's not a happy home.
And chemistry in the NFL can make or break your season.
Yeah.
Just look at what happened to the end. Now it makes sense why they folded like they did at the end of the season last year.
Here's the thing, though. That's also a team primed for if you push the right button, like Pierce to the Raiders. If you push the right button at the right time, you could propel that team on the back half of that season. Because I think that you're right. I think they're going to start off struggling because they're not good at home. And I don't mean home games. I mean their locker room isn't great.
And when they start the season off in Mexico against the Packers.
So already uncomfortable.
Yep.
And against a team that's really good.
In a hostile area.
Yeah. I would agree that Mexico is a hostile area.
Yeah, you can't have
Mexico or Brazil?
Is it Brazil?
Oh, it's Brazil.
That's even
worse.
That's
Brazil. Sorry about that. Yeah, man, you can't have beef. You can't have beef ringing between your head coach and your quarterback. Like that's the most two important things in the game.
Right.
That you need.
They went.
In fact, you needed to be the exact opposite.
They went 1-5 in their last 6 games of the season.
Yeah, it was terrible.
They backed into the playoffs.
And I saw another report, if I'm not mistaken, that going into their playoff game that week, it was against Tampa Bay, right?
Yep.
Hurts called and got seeked advice from Wink Martindale.
Wow.
Yeah. He went but he was like, yo, they keep what was exactly what he was saying? He's like this, they keep pushing me in this direction during plays. He's like, they keep doing this. He's like, what do we have to do? What do I have to do to stop to like make them stop doing this? Like what type of plays do we have to run? But it's like, that's great. In fact, that says great things about Jalen Hurts moving forward. I actually think everything that we give Kyler Murray shit for is the exact opposite with Hurts. He is a worker. He loves the game. You won't find him anywhere but in there, which is good for him. I think going forward, that's great. But it's not good that he went over. Like, you should have that conversation with your coach.
In the offseason, I can see that. Reach out during the offseason, seek advice, but you prepping for a playoff game?
Weird.
Not
ideal. Not ideal.
Yeah. I smile inside my inner cowboy hater. I smile inside because
they paid him all this money, man. They paid this man all this money, and now essentially he's the guy. He's the top guy. And then we seen last year where he had a mini sought out, argument, dilemma with AJ Brown, who's your number one. AJ Brown is your number one.
They just friends. He's the godfather of his son. Blah, 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 blah. Nah, it was some heat over there.
Now it was some heat, but I feel like the godfather part kind of eases that down. It's like, but he's like, yo, bro, you got to get it together. So even if it was even if it was just them arguing as bros, bro, you need to get it together. You need to step your game up. But what AJ Brown's not doing as well is he's not bigging these other receivers that he has, and that's what he has to do. He got paid all this money to not only produce, but to be the father to the rest of these receivers. So when AJ Brown's not balling, it puts a sink on the rest of the team. Even if you see flashes of Smith or this and that, he has to know that there's games where he's not going to get touches. No,
they feed off his energy.
You have to go out there and play decoy sometimes. And yes, it sucks being the top 5 receiver in the game and saying that, because you don't see guys that are top 5 receivers take any plays off. But yet, the way they run their offense, you have to do that. You have to make sure these guys produce as well, and you keep these guys motivated, man.
He's going to love that offense this year.
Yeah.
They're going to throw it 50, 60 times a game.
Oh, it's more. Oh, that was the other thing that came out of that meeting was that during an interview, they asked him how he likes the offense and what really is the offense. And he was like, oh, it's like 90% Kellen Moore. So, like, out the gate, he was like, this whole offense is basically Kellen Moore already. Which,
that's good.
I mean, for who? Oh, okay.
For Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
Because the biggest knock, Kellen Moore here, especially like the last 2 years, first of all, everybody saw him as a Jason Garrett disciple. So that didn't go over too well. Then once the offense came in and he was kind of like running it, McCartney kind of came in, kind of slid back, let him do his thing. His route concepts were questionable. There was no levels to it. Everything was like deep routes. There was no levels to it. Nothing to disguise. And then his feel for the game, when to run, when to pass, situational awareness. That was always in question. And it showed itself in San Diego. Even though San Diego was a cluster,
Right.
But still, I still saw, the few games I still saw remnants of that.
Yeah, he kind of just is like.
But he came from Boise State. That's what he knows. We're going to throw it 50 times a game.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put our best athletes on the field at every position. You got to be the one to figure it out. But if you play from ahead, it works that way for you. But you get behind, or even to the point you do play from ahead, are you going to go out there and do 3 and outs? Because you're not going to run the ball?
because you're not running. You got to run the ball, man.
So clock management is going to be questionable. It's a lot of question marks. I know no NFC East team has repeated, I think, since 2001 or 2002, I think, as champion. Yeah. This could, like I say, if Dallas doesn't get whatever they got going together, I see Washington being a sneaky division winner this year.
I will say, though, even though it's chaos in that locker room kind of right now, they may just be too talented. It is everywhere. Philly, it's everywhere, man. Like to add, like think about what we've been looking at that team for the last couple of years, how they got so much on the team and they have all these receivers. They've been divvying up the plays between the backs and him running. They added one of the best backs in the league to an offense that was already pretty crazy.
I think Will has me jabbering a little bit. It's not smoke and mirrors because we see it happening in our faces. But like Will said, this team is so talented that maybe this is just news that they're putting out there, though it's true news, because there's nothing else circulating around. This is one of the best teams in the NFL. If we really predict teams, this team's going to be 5, 6. They're going to be in the top 5.
I could see them starting the season out at like 4-4, like struggling at first. And if they fire Sirianni and they put like a players coach in that spot, like somebody that the players love, move somebody up from one of the position coaches that everybody likes, then you know how it is when it's us versus the world. Teams play better when it's like that. If everybody on that team is like, yo, we're done with Sirianni, and then they fire him and they bring in a guy that they like, then they can spark them. But unless that happens, Coach, you're 100% right. This team, it's not gonna, as stands, it's not gonna be better than it was last year. It might not even be as good. So
I'm looking at their depth chart right now. First team, both sides of the ball.
Unbelievable.
Very impressive.
Yeah. It gets tough after that, though.
Kenny Pickett is Jalen Hurts' backup. After Saquon Barkley, who he was healthy last year, but he's got a history.
Yeah.
You got Kenneth Gainwell,
who they love to use, but he's not an every down back.
But then your receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, the usual. Very good. Very complimentary to one another. Then you got Paris Campbell as your third.
Again, another health guy. But when he plays, he's really good.
Julio Jones ain't coming back?
He's not on the.
He's 90.
Yeah. Dallas Goedert. That's part of the problem. He needs to be implemented more in their offense.
Yeah.
They forget about him at times. And my question mark is, Cam Jurgens is starting at center. How much of an impact will it be not having Kelsey?
It's not gonna be fun. That's for damn sure. How good is Cam Jurgens?
Bobby's in the building. Shout out to my man Bobby. It's okay, man.
Bobby. But
and you know this, man.
It's gonna be interesting. The NFC East has a lot of stories. I know when we get to our segment when we talk about it in detail.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of storylines out there this year.
It's everybody has. Hold on. Everybody talks about the Cowboys and what they presume, but all 4 of these teams in this division has like the same demonisms that the Cowboys have, according to the fan bases. By all these stories we're hearing about this year, this is going to be not the best division in football. I don't think so, but entertainment, you're going to get that every single week. They should do a Hard Knocks on the NFC East. You can get lots of content just by every week how all these teams are going to feel after a win, as well as all NFL teams, but just particularly these 4 teams, your wins, your losses, your QBs. You got to remember, probably besides Jalen Hurts, all these other QBs ain't locks. Jalen Daniels, because he's a rookie, yeah, he got some keys, but ultimately, hey, you could be fried too. The other guy, yeah, this is carousel right here. So I agree with you, Coach. We're gonna talk more about it, man. We get to it's great.
Damn it, Bobby. Welcome to the show,
Bobby. Hey, speaking of Bobby, Saints news real quick. Justin Simmons,
Did
former
they sign him?
Bronco. Did he sign?
I was asking if he signed him.
Oh,
I know they brought him in.
he visited the Saints today. Most likely going to sign with them. The Saints defense, potentially their offense. I put that around the group today. Had some Saints fans respond. You know, they like the move if it happens. The Saints will only have to score 17 points, and that's okay. Different things of that nature.
Who is this?
So that's right here is a short. That is Marcus Jordan's Michael Jordan's son. That's his Summer League highlights.
In France.
So he lost Melissa.
Bro having a good time.
Good time.
He lost Melissa Pippen. He's no longer with her.
Yeah, that explains the code.
So he's just trying to sniff his way to a new chick.
He's
That's all.
trying to feel better. He's trying to feel nothing right now.
I can't feel my face.
You lose Lars and Pippen, yes. You hurting. He's hurting McGirt.
So that's
man. So he having fun with that, huh?
Yeah. He definitely ain't having. It ain't like he's playing a lot of basketball right now. Like,
when's the last time you ever played basketball? Hold on. I wonder if he still go up and play pickups. Like, when did the dream of not being a basketball player anymore hit him? Oh, man. That dude, my man, breathe.
Do you want to ride?
Oh, man. That's good. That's good.
Man.
What else we got?
Yeah. We got to mention that the USA team does play in the semifinal game tomorrow against Serbia. They've beat the brakes off Serbia twice already. Reports going in. Obviously, we know in all sports, man, it's hard to beat a team 3 straight times, especially when you're playing them within a month radius.
Yeah,
3 times.
Super
does USA have a problem tomorrow with Serbia? And overall, for what we heard the first week of the primaries, how you feel about the USA now in terms of capturing that goal?
They redeemed themselves demise. Not that I was a little questionable. You know what? Nah, they were good. They do what they're supposed to do. They coasted into the games. You don't need to go all out. You're the best in the world. Now they're in there playing with the food right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see them make a statement game in the finals. Because there's a lot of chatter that be going on out there. Everybody thinking the world's closed the gap. You know, they're saying that the FIBA champions, those are the real world champions and shit like that.
So this is such an important time for the FIBA team because there's two of their best players on this team will not be on this team the next time they come here at all.
Which 2 players is that?
LeBron and Curry will not be on this team, and actually,
KD too.
And KD and Ant Davis as well. Probably all 4 of them will probably never suit up for USA again unless they coach it. So, with that said, you really got to bring along this younger group, get them up to speed. In 4 years, that'll be Tatum's absolute prime that he'll be in. Probably the same for Tyrese and Edwards. So, yeah. They got to also start figuring out who's going to be the leader for the next generation. Looks like it's going to be Ant. Looks like it's going to be Ant, though. It looks like it's clearly Ant. The motherfucker's trying to take over leadership of this team.
Yeah.
And so, it's probably going to be him. It's going to be fascinating.
He's quickly becoming my favorite player. It was Ja.
Right.
He can't get it right.
Well, because they're very similar. It's just that one has his head straight.
Right.
I got a question in regards to Anthony Edwards because we mentioned him, and I think he's going to be one of the stars upcoming in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years when the next Olympics comes, but they'll be having stuff in between that. What's the chances of Nike trying to steal Ant Edwards from Adidas? We know about Adidas. He's an Adidas guy.
They try with everybody.
Do you think they steal Anthony Edwards?
Do they get him? Do they get him?
Eventually.
Yeah, probably, because at some point he'll be up for a contract and he'll be smart enough to weigh his options, and they'll throw a house full of money at him.
This give me Cole vibes. It's giving me Cole vibes when Cole
switched over
that year after he left Adidas. When that year when he was wearing everything he wanted to wear.
That was dope. He was wearing everybody else's kicks. I love that year. That was one of my favorite years. Also, I love any collectible card you can find. I have a Kobe card with him wearing the 12s. Which is dope because it's like, yeah, that's a different sneaker. It's a rare. You only got 1 year of those cards with him wearing other people's shoes, and then after that, he stopped. There's another one that's a dope picture. I haven't found the card, but I've seen the photo of it with him wearing the questions.
The questions, yep, he wore the questions.
I was just like, yo, and he was hyped. He made a point to point it out when he wore those because he was like, I was just my man. So like, Kobe's really different, man. He really was.
So they give me Kobe vibes with the Anthony Davis sneaker saga. Even though his sneakers are one of the hottest on the market right now. Shout out to his sneakers.
I do like his.
Yeah, his sneakers are fire.
Yeah, they're simple, and they very easily could have went way left and been bad like the Kobe Moon boots, but they just kept it simple and they didn't go too far. And yeah, I like those.
I think they, instead of giving them moon boots, they gave them like, for instance, like damn, you know, at the park they got the little like climate things and like kind of like see-through-ish.
Oh,
those are the sneakers kind of look like
like
the wall.
Yeah, I forget what they call it.
Climate type of like sense. And they're dope and they're fire. I like them.
I like what he got. Yeah, I like those.
This weekend actually. They're dope. I like them.
Yeah. Yeah, they dope. They gotta. I hate when that's one of my least favorite. Like my biggest sneaker pet peeves when they drop a new shoe. And for some reason, they want to highlight it in the worst color scheme they have, the worst colorway they have.
The metallic ones are the ones I want right there, dog.
The red. Go down. He means these down. Those. He means the red metallic. Yeah. Those are spiffy. I like them. So every sneaker I prefer to have in black and white for obvious reasons. I like these.
I like those.
The black and whites are fire.
Those purple's eye.
Oh, those purple. Yeah. I would. Oh, they got the green in the back. Yeah, I fuck those up.
But see, these colors right here only for boys.
Yeah. Grade school.
I like those. They're not like crazy, but they're not bad. I also like that they got low tops of them, so you can actually wear these as like a kick, like just wearing kicks. What happened to Took? He vanished.
We lose him.
Loves Took. What you out here about to buy something?
I am looking for some new kids.
What happened was we was doing a show, and then Miss Barrigo messaged us. Why you got this motherfucker buying shoes?
I know, right? I got 2 pair in there now. I haven't even broke in yet.
Talk about I need some new shoes. What are you talking about? Go put your feet.
I used to be a sneakerhead growing up, but he comes in as Kobe. He did that on purpose.
Yeah, he just wanted to be Kobe. He was like, this dude Ant wants to be Kobe, so now I'm Kobe.
I used to be a sneakerhead growing up.
Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Not Kobe. I'm not him. I'm Kobe. You know
Kobe beef. Kobe beef.
Yeah, man. But those Anthony Edwards fires. There's a lot of L kicks that's coming out this came out this summer as well, man. So shout out to the sneaker game.
I'm not gonna lie. I expected at this age to have heard way more children be named Kobe, right?
Yeah.
But he did have the rape thing. That's gonna hurt the baby name game.
We're almost a generation past that.
Yeah, but the people who would name the babies.
You know what's crazy?
So I'm just saying the people who would have named the babies that we would now be seeing come up.
If the lady wasn't Powder, it would have been forgotten. And it sucks to say.
Yeah, probably. Powder. With my powder.
With my powder, baby. Give me that powder, baby.
Should I feel bad that I'm starting to like these shoes more and more?
Nah, we started the segment off with we like. Oh wait, it depends.
Oh
yes. No. Yes, you'll feel very bad.
Coach. No, Coach. No,
you cannot.
You
no highlight though. Why are you highlighting those?
You're officially from Boston, Coach. You're officially from Boston when you wear these, Coach. These are the hottest brands out right now. The New Balance brand is on fire right now.
Bro,
on fire.
All right, man, but they come with an AARP card.
Nah, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. A lot of people rock these. These are fire. They got different colors, different
I'm
styles.
not gonna lie, that I might rock them green joints though.
I got a pair in the crib. I got a pair of mid tops right in the room.
If I was on a struggle
know,
bus,
man.
but I still wanted to look fresh, I'd get those New Balance.
And the colors
look like-
becoming crazy.
They don't look like the barbecue 12s no more.
They don't. You're right.
They never wore the barbecue 12. That just was to everybody else because people didn't want to wear them.
Those
Now
are
they
crispy.
globalized.
The 550, the low 550.
I'm kind of
black and
digging
white.
those, man.
Yeah, the low 550 black and white.
Nah,
color
listen,
is kinda nice.
yeah.
And they under $80. They don't sell for
Yeah.
$70.
But New Balance should never have $150 shoes.
I got
You're missing the
40%
point.
off, baby.
That's what they should be.
Yeah.
And go to their stores. Their stores always got sales, dog. It's always a sale on
I
sneakers.
need money, baby. I'm making.
We talk about get your two for this, get your two for that. You go to New Balance, they got you, dog. I'm telling you.
So what he's telling you, he actually means it. If you actually do want New Balance shoes, talk to the man because we have the factory up here.
Listen, me and Kawhi signed to the same
It's
deal.
in our hometown we grew up in.
I'm gonna reach out to you.
Me and
Yeah,
Kawhi signed to the same deal, dog. Kawhi gets sneakers, I get sneakers. Kawhi get a shirt, I get a shirt.
That's pretty good.
Kawhi miss games, I can't miss work. But you get the drill.
You gotta hit it with the crazy face.
I got some New Balances that's crazy that, like, literally, I can't even find nothing to wear with them. That is why I'm gonna show y'all in the chat afterwards. They're fine.
I had a crazy high top pair of New Balance back in the day that were green, black, and white, like perfect Celtics colors. And yeah, I bought out those. They was talking by the time I stopped wearing them. Whole
You got
soul.
your money's worth out of them.
Oh yeah, and some.
Fine.
Them things ran miles on Driscoll Park. Miles, I tell you, miles.
Or you can get you a pair of White Forces, man, and call it a day.
You can't ball in White Forces B unless you Rasheed Wallace.
You ain't balling the high top machines. You balling the high top.
Yo, he was balling in low top forces, bro. He was out of his goddamn mind. Low top forces.
No
That's
ankle
crazy.
support.
None. But he wasn't jumping, so he didn't care. He was already 6'10". Oh, somebody put up a meme that had I'll name the players. It was DC, Derek Coleman.
Okay.
Shit, I can't remember the rest of them. But it was like the all-time if they tried, how good they would have been. I think Vince Carter was one of them.
Yeah.
They're basically like if they had that killer instinct or like that they really wanted it. There was a few other guys. I don't think Penny was one of them because Penny played hard.
He came back too soon from that microfracture surgery.
Yeah, and that was the early, like he was one of the earliest microfracture surgeries.
Yeah.
So,
You know what the great thing was? And it's something that he became so notarized in like High Time and the Penny Wave and all that. And you know what I say about people in that predicament? They got you in that contract. They got you locked up. They rushing your ass back, bro. And that's the sad reality of that. And I think that's what happened with Penny's career.
but he rushed himself. I mean, like they're gonna put the pressure on you, but it's very easy to say no. Like
No, it's pretty easy. Yeah.
That's how you got that taste
I
of
feel
that
like
almost success when they played the Rockets in the finals.
And he was trying to distance himself from the fact that it was Shaq's team. That's the other thing. It wasn't even just that he came back early. It was once Shaq left, it was all on him, and the wear and tear became more because he was carrying everything. And like there was no one else there. Just
and Orlando already messed up. Well, technically, Penny wouldn't have been there if they would have kept Chris Webber, so you wouldn't have had a big man anyway. And they wasn't going to get nobody like Shaq back to you. You wasn't going to get a Shaq like in Orlando ever again, man.
They fumbled the bag when they.
Well, you could draft 40 more times. I mean, did they fumble though? Shaq just left, bro.
No, well, from my understanding, the original offer they gave Shaq, he was like he wasn't feeling it.
Yeah,
and they had to, and it was the division within the organization of do we pay Shaq or do we pay Penny?
Did you see the 30 for 30? It's dope.
I think
it's called Magic City, maybe.
Yeah, it's Magic City. Yep.
Shame on you, Nick Anderson.
Yeah.
Damn, Nick the quick dog. Nick was a good dude too, dog. Nick was solid, dog.
And 3D. Why? What Nick do?
Nick missed the free throws.
Oh, the free throws, right? Yeah, I forgot about the free throws.
Yeah, hold on. And it's crazy because that was
and tried to laugh it off.
Right. And it was game one, and then 4 games later, y'all got swept. So it's like, you really caused them the series.
I think, but I do think if they got swept, then Were they up 3 games when he missed them or no?
No. They was game 1. They was supposed to go up 1-0.
Yeah, you still had to lose 3 more games.
You still had to lose 3 more.
We cannot hold him to them free throws.
But the way that went down is like it just shook them at the core.
Mind you, Orlando was up like 20. Some change in that game.
And then it essentially breaks the team apart. But yeah, so from the 30 for 30, it definitely said like they definitely talk about how he wasn't exactly pleased with the offer, but he also kind of said like I was probably leaving for LA anyway. But he's like he doesn't want to. He basically I kind of feel like he was retroactively trying to stop people from abusing the owners who did that. Like like he trying to help them out. He trying to help them out.
He's trying to help them out. But yeah, I could get that because Orlando's really not going to break the bank for me. They're really not going to do all this for me. They're not really going to do this. I'm going to LA regardless. I just want to see
we know he raps. We knew he acts. So like he had aspirations to do all these other things, and what better place to do it than in LA?
Should have went to Miami.
I mean, look, it would have been great, but also not the same exact opportunities.
Nah, definitely not, man.
And so once he went there, man, everything blew up for him. He just plus like with a personality like that doesn't really belong in Orlando. They belong in LA.
Oh yeah. Speaking of big man, Lauri Markkanen signs a big 5-year deal, $238 million with the Utah Jazz after reportedly being on the trade market, being shopped. With his contract extension now, it guarantees that he will not be traded at least for this season coming up. I think there's some clause in the contracts where potentially he still could be traded, but Utah inks him. So
that's good for them. He's a good player. He's probably their best player. So it's a good move for them. I'm surprised he ended up signing after the trade talks, though.
He had 1 year left on his $18 million deal. Used the Jazz salary cap space to increase his 2024-25 salary another $24 million, and agreed on another 4 years and $196 million, including the no options. Okay, so they had the money. Okay, so basically the 6 months basically you can't be traded and all that. It puts him past the February 6th deadline. After the deadline, you can't make trades anyway until I think the season ends. So he's on the risk. He's on the cusp right now with Utah for at least this season.
Fair enough. That's their best player. They'll figure it out.
Did y'all see this the other night?
No.
Not even
one.
Not one.
No, never had an argument. Never had a fight. He never missed me on the pass. I try to never miss me on the pass. So the more that I think about it, when I left, they tried to make it a me and him thing. It was more about an ego thing, and it didn't take me till years after that. And this is what I was trying to tell Jaylen Brown: don't worry about useless titles. Penny had his people that love him. I had my people that love him. And not only could we coincide, we did coincide.
Yep.
But when they start trying to, Penny got his money, you didn't get no money, it got to me. And, when you're 24, you don't think about that. But the older I got, I thought about it. And I will always be trying to prop you up, brother, because, again, they try to compare those guys. I played with a lot of guys, but it's only a few guys that came in him. I came in him, and you came in him.
One of my favorite things, there was another conversation that Shaq was having, and they were trying to tell him, like, he was like, I don't think that people understand, like, Kobe came in, Kobe was great, like great young talent. He was like, he was like, it's not even close. Penny was better when he came to the league. Yep. He was like, Penny was polished in him from day one. He was like, Kobe obviously became one of the greatest to ever do it. He was like, but them first couple of years, it was some growing pains, and he was learning the league, and he still had all the talent in the world, but he was learning. He was like, Penny came in from day one, was one of the best point guards in the NBA, which is crazy, bro.
It's crazy that it comes all full circle for him. Shaq obviously has had his benefits. Shaq as well as had his non-benefits, and some of his benefits, early in his career is playing next to star talent. Penny definitely was him coming into the league, a 6'7" phenomenon.
6'7", fast as shit, but quick as shit too.
Everything. Then you go
Passing,
to
shooting.
Then you go to LA.
He had the vision of Magic. He had the skill set of a healthy Grant Hill.
Yep, all of it.
Right.
Hit jumpers too.
Shaq has had that. But the thing about the interviews that I see is obviously we all mature, and I'm happy that Shaq's able to, at this age, and well, he's been doing this for a long time as well. Realize that there were some things that he played part in, and things didn't go this way because it was him. He may not said this years ago, or even when he got traded. Because like you said, rapper, entertainer, ego. You the face, and then you find out that this guy, that we're not saying Penny's better than Shaq, but they're position players. So you can kind of what position you want. And at that time, you want the guard. You know what I'm saying? So Shaq had to go into that, man.
That's probably what pissed him off too, because it shouldn't have been. At that time, you should have want the center. That's what the league is.
The league.
But the league seeing Jordan be the ISO guy, and we're moving towards the ISO direction. And you're right too. They were like, yeah, we'll take the ISO point guard instead, who can pass to everyone. And I think they would have paid them both. I just don't think he waited. He got offended the same way that Gretzky got offended with the Oilers, and they bounced.
F you.
Yeah, it's like soft egos, man, like very fragile.
Kind of like the whole Jalen Brunson situation.
Very similar. Although Brunson just got mad that he wasn't. I understand Brunson. There's no respect for a man that size in the league, except he's chopping on dudes every night. So I don't know how you don't give him the respect.
But one thing I respect Jalen Brunson the way he moved, and he ended up getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
You bet on him.
Dallas is like the Bengals. They're not edging. They're not pushing.
Yeah,
like
and
Dallas is going to remain that. Do Dallas regret not keeping Brunson? We don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? But in all, it's like Dallas was kind of in a situation where we're not nudging. We don't care. I don't think Dallas is looking at him right now, Brunson, like, we miss you. I don't think they're doing that.
The other thing is this.
2 years in. Probably 2 more years.
Because they went out and got Kyrie, so they're fine. They'll end up not missing him. The thing is that they could have paid him less than they paid Kyrie and got the same production, and then put the other money in anything else.
Yeah.
But they're still good though. They got Kyrie. They got the bus driver. They got the bus driver.
I feel like
it indirectly affected them because they paid Dodo before they paid Brunson, and Dodo was one of the key pieces in getting Kyrie.
Right. And also, I don't even know if Brunson becomes this if he stays there.
He didn't start flashing the Brunson that he is now until Luka went down into that playoff.
Well, oh yeah, so the playoff, right? But so you had this small window where you saw him light shit on fire, and you're like, well, is that what he is?
But by that time, he was already out the door.
Yeah,
because they already gave him a contract offer and he declined it.
Yep,
he bet it on himself.
Yep,
but he kind of knows the market because if you're a guy, even if you get hot in the playoffs, teams are looking at that and they're gonna go edge. They're gonna go edge and give you. But
it was still risky though.
Oh, it's risky. No, it's risky, but you're gonna get that team. And the Knicks are not dumb right now, but a dumb team like the Knicks, they're like,
because his feelings are hurt.
You're gonna jump on them. So
it's not. But on it, you're right. It's not normal, but it is normal for those killers that we've seen in sports like that.
That's the motivation they need.
That's the type of thing that Jordan would say, like, yo, he called me a nigga, and he didn't. Like, he would just say that shit to get himself going and then kill you.
Yep.
Or Larry Bird saying, you guarding me with a white guy? That's it.
Yep.
40 it is then. All left hands.
I'm about to say I'm gonna shoot with my left hand.
Oh, we got this here.
Those type of guys that cut different, and I think Brunson is one of them.
We got this little piece of news, man. Charles Barkley will not retire. Will stay with TNT even if there's no NBA.
Good for him.
Shout out to him. Because I think, honestly, they've been there so long, they can make their own wave at TNT and still get views. It may not be basketball, but...
Man, that deal is amazing. None of us would leave that. You could slap Mama and I might have to stay on that deal. That deal is crazy, bro. He's printing money for them.
You know, I think they also mentioned in that headline or something of those sorts that he might actually also do some work with inside the NBA,
which is what the NBA like. So what?
That's the NBA's network, right?
No. So he does. So what Charles Barkley does?
Is Ahmad Rashad still there?
He's on the NBA Network. So basically, he's with Steve Smith and them on the NBA Network. They kind of bring like Shaq and him sometimes. They kind of float. Actually, what's crazy is TNT and the NBA TV, they collab with each other because you got people like Candace Parker now at TNT who was at and then Jamal Crawford.
Oh, right.
They collab with them guys.
Yeah, they were under that umbrella, so they would send guys to the college game. But like, how much of it is he going to be doing now? And even if he is, like, man, you had to find a way. You had to find a way to get some of them guys back in the same room.
I just got this.
What?
TNT reportedly considering turning Inside the NBA in a show like SportsCenter.
You could do that.
Look, what I don't understand is how they couldn't find a way to buy out contracts and just keep the team together. We still
it's probably more Amazon's ego.
We get one last year of that though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this year. We get this year.
Man, we better cherish. I'm gonna be cherishing that shit. I'm gonna be watching every night. Every night after the game, man, I'm watching that shit, man. I might record some of them.
I'll be real with you. I might have to Celtics may be one of the top teams. They should be one of the top teams in the East. If there's a case where TNT's at the game, I'm gonna have to probably try to go to that game just to try to get close to them and get a picture or something. Like epic. Like
they're gonna get a full year of a farewell tour. You know how their production company is already with the gone fishing and all the shit that they do. It's gonna be crazy. They're gonna bring back all the old fun gags and hit them with any new ones. It's gonna be fun to watch, man. It's gonna be a good year. We do a good year too. Like we got hit in the head with a few shit years from COVID and stuff.
Okay, so TNT as well. There will still be some sports. Obviously, they got the NHL, NCAA men's tournament, and then recently added the college football playoff. So they'll get a game or two on that on the network. So they'll probably have some of those guys going in for the funnies as well as some football guys. And Big East basketball.
Playmaker comes back,
huh?
You think
Playmaker ends up?
You can't. You gotta.
Who?
Him and his meth pipe gotta stay at home, bro.
Like, you said who?
They might go
playmaker.
Bring in a playmaker. Can man bring in some talent?
Michael Irvin?
Yeah.
I think Michael Irvin survived. This is a crazy thing. Michael Irvin survived so many times of not being thrown off TV that I think right now, eventually, I think you'll probably see him hip and snippets. I mean, if you have him on your show one day, that's fire. But I think in terms of a primetime show, I don't think we'll ever see Playmaker again.
No, still a piper.
Y'all want some crazy Olympic news real fast?
Yep.
So an Olympic field hockey player was arrested for allegedly trying to buy cocaine in Paris. He should go holler at Marcus Jordan.
Yeah. You hanging with the wrong people.
My man Marcus is right at the restaurant right next to you getting high.
Tell a friend.
You know Michael gave that shit to him, right?
Probably. Yo, what's crazy though is just like how you in another country for the Olympics and you I need a bump.
You can't chill
like that's like you gotta be home. It gotta be.
Addiction is crazy, especially when you're down there.
Itching and shit. Like I need a bump.
You don't have nothing. You go through crazy withdrawals. You about to race in fucking 10 minutes. You need something.
Fuck around. I bet you was a sprinter.
And also, there's been plenty of concerns about the accommodations at the Olympic Village, where the athletes are staying at.
Right.
From the air conditioning or lack thereof, cardboard beds. Some of them ended up just sleeping outside.
See, people don't understand. When the Olympic Committee does this, they pick the country they go to. Then they give them this, what seems like this dope ass like grant for them to basically either reconstruct or reconfigure an area that they're of their choosing, or to take an abandoned area basically and build all of what you need to house all the basically you build the Olympic Village.
Literally.
Except they don't moderate or monitor how the money is spent and who's doing the work. They barely even get on them about the timing of it. So all this stuff gets rushed. When they
knocked Brazil in the last Olympics?
Brazil was awful. Sochi
was crazy.
Sochi was one of the worst though. Sochi, when they were in Russia. So first of all, the area that they built the village in was overrun by thousands of stray dogs. And their solution was basically euthanasia. They just rolled up on these dogs, shot them with a dart that basically made them suffocate to death. That's how they cleared out the dogs. And just left them in the streets dying slowly. Fuck off to the next dog to kill. So like this whole committee, they throw what seems like to be a big chunk of money, but then they don't trace the money really, or they don't keep up with it. And the countries a lot of the time, you know,
a lot of bribes.
Yeah, you're gonna throw money in your pocket, you're gonna cut corners, whatever you can do.
Right, you keeping a good chunk of that money going cheap rate. Hey, go get us the big restaurant. Nah, we just gonna give everybody Subway.
Yeah, nah, it's gonna be a whole lot of build a restaurant now. Just build a McDonald's. Like it's just
yes, go to McDonald's. Get a Big Mac. Get a Big Mac. Nah, man, that's crazy news, man. That's crazy.
Now, the last part of that is that's not even the most surprising, or the most disturbing part of the story. So the food in Paris has paled in comparison to what they had in Rio and Tokyo.
Oh, that makes sense.
But they said it just wasn't enough protein options, right?
Yeah.
So
you get protein other ways.
You see Victor Wembanyama.
Well, it's already known as like the fuck capital of the world whenever the Olympics go somewhere. The Olympic athletes it's all an orgy every day.
Yes.
So
orgy fest.
One particular protein that they've had issues with is fish. They're finding worms in the fish.
Oh, they're doing great.
But they're trying to spin it and saying that, the presence of, parasitic worms is a lot more common than you think it is.
I want no worms in my food. Listen here.
Hey, ladies, time to suck it up. Plenty of protein.
Pun intended.
Yeah. They're all like, too late. That's just like,
oh,
y'all surprised, man? Y'all see Victor Wembanyama? Shit.
He look hungry, huh?
He looked hungry for a goal. Oh, speaking of this, I told everybody a few weeks ago, prediction was for the gold medal game, USA versus France. And so far, going into quarterfinal, going into the semis, both of them are still in the semis. I still predict
France not that Canada, USA. Right?
Huh?
Yeah.
France not that Canada.
Yeah,
and now they play Australia. I think they play Australia, and USA plays Serbia.
Yep.
So France versus USA is gonna be LeBron versus the real Monstars over there in France.
Chris, if you don't take your ass to Pornhub and leave us alone.
Nah. So yeah, man. I think that game's tomorrow, actually. Let me see what time that game is tomorrow.
Will you have sex with mature, older singles in your neighborhood? Put in your
tomorrow
address.
at 3 o'clock. It's gonna be crazy. Chris, man.
He's actually right though. I did it. It wasn't really him. It was me. But it was just track record that made me go that route. You got profiled. I'm sorry, Chris. Now you know how it feels.
And briefly before we leave tonight, just want to catch everybody up on, it's that time of season, man. It's baseball season, really in effect, man. So we're just gonna go down the standings real quick. The AL leaders right now, the Yankees lead the AL, followed by Cleveland, Houston, and Seattle. Yes.
And they lose like 21 games in a row at one time.
They were already up like 20-something games. That's the crazy thing. Same thing they did last year.
Who?
The Yankees.
Oh, fuck the Yankees.
They're only 3.5. Well, no, Cleveland and them is in a tie situation, but the Yankees have more wins and less losses, so they're both basically locked. The schedule of games probably favors New York. Houston and Seattle. Seattle's the wild. Seattle and Houston are tied in their division, 3.5 games apart from being top of the MLB AL standings. Wild card right now. Baltimore leads the wild card. They're +5 up. Minnesota's 4 games back. Kansas City's in the race. Boston's in the race as well. Teams like Seattle
will not make the playoffs this year.
Texas right now, they are 5th to last in the AL.
Yeah, they won't make the playoffs this year.
Chicago White Sox, I believe last time I checked, they was on a 22-game losing streak.
Yes. I saw signs of fans saying, just win one, please.
Crazy.
Jesus Christ.
And
they out there feeling like Saints fans.
Get it. Bruh. Trash.
We have the
football
NL.
season gonna be great.
I turned it up. I got it started so early. I've been turning it up, man. It's gonna be bad.
Really, it's just a draft. But
yeah,
they kind of brought a little bit on themselves though.
Yeah, they had start shit-itis. I was on here trying to do a show and they bitching about Brian Thomas Jr.
Philly leads the NL. The Dodgers are 2 games back. And then Milwaukee leads the Central. So Philly East, Dodgers West, and Brewers Central. Then you got wild card standings. Arizona is 63-52. They are a game and a half up. San Diego's trailing. In Atlanta as well. The Mets, Cardinals, Giants, Pittsburgh. Pretty much, everybody up to probably Cincinnati still has a dimmed chance.
Come out here. Bow down.
Shout out to
MLB standing talk. Where you see a team like the Yankees, almost a 12-game losing streak, still up in the division, and the White Sox 22-game losing streak, and their season's already over. They just don't know it yet. So
baseball fan, y'all better appreciate too.
You better appreciate me, and shout out to my man Jake for going to the game on Saturday night.
We tried to derail his baseball segment, and he was not having it.
Jake went to the game on Saturday night, man. Shout out to Jake, man. But actually, I'm gonna call Jake's bluff right now.
Why?
Because Jake told me he was going to SummerSlam, but he ended up at the rest game.
Oh, yeah.
Jake, what happened to those SummerSlam tickets? I know they probably was a little bit of guap. The Reds game was more suitable. I understand that, man. I'm not mad at that. But shout out to Jake.
He wanted them tickets, but he didn't want to do butt stuff, so he couldn't get them.
Bruh.
My man still getting the 10.
Bruh.
Still getting the 10, man. Shout out to Jake.
Jakey protecting his hidey hole.
Yeah. Lord.
God.
I just hope I hope he's watching.
He gonna say it later on at work.
I know he be watching at work. I be leaving gems for him to find. Every now and then, I know when I get a good way, he'd be like, "Son of a bitch!" I'll just get a message at like 3 a.m. Son of a bitch.
My man, they talk about NCAA in a little bit. He must be tired of the game. He must be losing.
No, he probably hasn't stopped playing. Yo, that's why we haven't really heard from him, because all his free time is probably still playing NCAA, and the rest of it's going to work.
I can understand it. I'm logging in right now.
Yeah. Folks, I purposely give you a mirror shot so you can see that I'm playing the game in the background. Look at that. That's
guys. I might get the video game this week, everybody.
Yo, I'm a quarterback for South Carolina. I'm taking him out of the gutter.
My man Spencer rattling him out the block.
No, I'm better than Spencer. I might Vic out here.
Shout out to my man Ms. Vic, dog. Miz, what's up with you, dog?
For real, B.
Where's Marcus at? Matt. We see Marcus Jordan. Where's Marcus Vic at?
I thought Marcus was gonna be the truth, man. And then he went
a knucklehead.
He was insane. He didn't care anything about football. He just wanted to fuck
Did
bitches.
he hate somebody?
Yeah, he's nuts, bro. He was whooping ass.
It's because he went in as I'm Michael Vick's brother.
But yeah, but like that didn't even really help you. I mean, it kind of helped him at Virginia Tech, but it wasn't like he had some unbelievable career there. Mike's career there was still pretty much better.
Well, he left Virginia Tech, didn't he?
I think, but he was there for at least a season and a half, at least 2 seasons, I think. I just know I thought I was hyped when he went to the Dolphins, and then he was just not good.
Hold on. Madden is celebrating Mike Vick. They have him on the cover.
No, that can't be true. What?
Oh no, that's 2024, last year. I don't know. I was just on
no. So like he was so when you play Madden, the ultimate team game where you like get the cards and stuff like that. That means you can use like all different type of players all on one team. When they have seasons, so like season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4 is usually 4 seasons for the year of the game. And he was the main player you could get for season 3 last year.
Okay.
And you got like that means they had like 3 or 4 different versions of him in the game for you to use. And I had him. It was fun to use them, but
Madden's like we're only using them in the game. It's no real like.
Well, you can't. Yeah. So like you can use him in the Ultimate Team, but yeah, he will not be on any roster during the game. Nothing like that. They don't do the all teams anymore. They used to back in the day, but they don't do the all Madden teams anymore. I don't know why.
That's be fine.
Yeah, you used to be able to use like the best players from every era on the same team.
Oh, he was there all 4 years.
Yeah, I thought he stayed.
Yeah. He actually got first team all ACC 1 year too.
He just didn't like go crazy, but he played well.
Oh, it looked like he got it together at the end of his time there, his senior year, because he went into that season as a third string quarterback.
Also, wasn't it still Frank Beamer though?
Was.
Yeah. See, Frank.
I feel like he owed him.
Frank felt like he owed him, but also Frank also wasn't going to play a guy if he's being a dickhead. So
that's true.
Like, but all right, fellas, shout outs, man. Shout out to you can do the name. Okay, wait, there wasn't a lot of people in here today. I'm upset with y'all. Shout out to Wizzo though. Shout out to your brother.
It was people in there, but they weren't really commenting.
Yeah, they were scared. I think I scare people now.
No,
I be trolling too much. They don't want to deal with it. I understand. Ain't nothing to be scared of. I don't bite. Anywho, your brother, Chris Vick. Dale was in here talking shit for like one post.
Shout out to the man.
He tried to get me to drink unsweetened lemonade. And y'all let him.
I would have let him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'd have let him.
You know that. You heard me. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, man. Wednesday night, always a good night. 2 days to the weekend, man. Rolling in, man, and some more hot TV on STWF-TV, man. Tune in tomorrow. Best in the World podcast. They're on the guys speaking wrestling. Friday, they tap out with the homies. They'll discuss some.
Don't be watching nothing Dale's on unless I'm on it.
Tap out with the homies Will, Jake, and Wu-Tang, you know, discuss some boxing. A crazy week in the Rider season. UFC as well. Conor McGregor probably buying his former opponent's house. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing somebody's broke that should have kept fighting, but he was too much of a pussy.
He's an asshole for that.
They'll get into that Friday. Yeah, I don't pick the top and the back, but that's
always stealing our topics. Always stealing our topics on Wednesday.
I'm kind of hurt because it makes me have to go on the show because I have so many.
That's good. Good. Then fucking join the show.
Just like that.
You heard?
They ain't shit, coach.
Heard?
They ain't shit, coach. They want me. Hold on, coach. I have the same boxing topics. Hold on. It be killing my soul. I've had no bullshit. The last like 2 months, I've had like when I'm looking for the topics, one of the first 3 topics I look up is a boxing one.
Yeah.
And then I remember to myself, I can't use that. And then as the show ends, I'm like, I'm gonna get this shit in some way somehow. So
But you joined the show during the Shakur conversation, which really drove the conversation because none of them were gonna disagree with what I was saying, but you at least wanted to like have the combo, and I would so you drove that whole time.
As soon as I got on and tapped in, that's when y'all was talking about. I said, "Oh, shit. I gotta stay."
It was funny. The minute you signed in, I started the Shakur thing, and I'm like, "Oh, he's gonna talk about this because he do like Shakur like me." And I knew we were gonna go. It was fun though. I was like, "Yo, man, Shakur he don't box. He in there running, doing cardio,
bricks. Shakur throwing bricks like Jersey, man. Brick City throwing bricks.
Doing cardio.
Man. That guy, man. That Turkey guy, man, got a lot of shit up his sleeve. So y'all got to look up that guy that's fucking pitting up these matches, man, in his money.
Oh, who's talking to yeah.
That's about it tonight for me, man. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm talking too much. You know what I'm saying? My guys are trying to play this season of NCAA 2025. You know. Let's go BC. One of y'all better be BC tonight. Let me know.
Y'all have me messed up because
What?
His wheels falling off over there.
His headphone fell out.
Yeah, y'all have me messed up though because like Took froze, and then when Took froze, Coach, you just were waiting for shit to happen. I thought everything froze. so I had to like move and do some shit to make it. All right, my camera's still working. Maybe it's just me. And then I'm like, oh, my fucking mic's unplugged.
Shout
out to you fellas, man. Great week. Look forward to tuning in to y'all shows this going into the weekend. Man, season premieres right around the corner. Get ready for season 3 of the Play Call Sheet?
Sure.
I got Giants over there.
Damn, we've been doing this 3 years. Oh, so when I first came in, it was like during the season.
Yep.
So we finished that season out. That's one, and then the next season we was all planned out. We had that's true. We did we've done 2 draft shows. So
that's
true. Two NFL draft shows, and then
take the Giants over the line tomorrow preseason, man. Whatever it's worth.
That's right. Football tomorrow. Yes.
Take it, man. Take it how I want to take it, man. And $3.50 in everybody for Chicago Bears, man, because my man Khalid.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.